Hello. Are we live? We are live.
We
Yes.
are live, yes.
We don't know where the others are.
No. John's normally here by now, so it's Gary. We know Gary Evans is busy with work, so he can't make it today, but
Gary Morris is probably off doing other things. And Marley is probably still on the Malls for Heroes live. So yeah, he's still with us. Anyway, how are you, Modest?
I'm okay. For once.
You did a good live yesterday.
I did. I had about 15 people in there at one point, which was surprising.
You did well.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
I'm always all right. What have you been up to since yesterday? Modelling.
Nothing. I started a little bit of the Chrome after the live finished.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes forever because you've got to scratch off the contact points.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other than that, I just sat on the PlayStation for about an hour, and then.
Oh, why not?
Bedtime.
Why not? Me, I did a little bit of work on the cockpit of the Harrier, which you'll see in a bit when we start doing some work. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else I've done. Watch YouTube, listen to some music. Just chilled out, really.
Yeah, it's been a chill weekend.
It has. It has. Should we go through the chat?
We shall. We shall.
Go on. Rich is in. He says, "Hey, Rich.
Hello.
Ian has become a member. Wow, he's upgraded his membership. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he doesn't put upgraded membership.
I'm sure it has for some people before. I don't know.
I know he was having problems with it, wasn't
he? Yeah. It's probably just the way YouTube's been.
Yeah. But hey, thank you very much, Ian. I really appreciate it. Ian says, "Oh wow, it's displayed here too. Happy Monday, emoji dragon, emoji smile, emoji angry, emoji laugh." There we go. You got lots of emojis to play with. Julian says, "Morning, all."
Morning, Julian.
He says, "Hi, exploring Ian." Ooh, that sounds risky. Exploring Ian. Exploring says, "Hi, Julian. Morning, all." Morning, Ian. No, morning, Julian from Ian. Tiff says, "Morning, folks. Please remember to hit that like button." Thank you, Tiff. Matthew's in. He says, "Morning, all." Good morning, Matthew.
Morning.
Julian, morning, Tiff.
Morning, Julian. Again.
And morning, Matthew. Dieter says, 11Zs, I mean, 11th comment. May jump in and out of the chat due to desk support thingies. So everyone in advance, both in now and in later, masterful Monday greetings. Hello, Dieter, in short.
Yeah. Morning, Dieter.
Yeah. Did you hear the song he did last night?
No, I haven't listened to it yet. I haven't listened. I'll have a listen after the stream.
He sang it for me on Discord. We were on Discord on FaceTime, and he sang it for me. So I said to get it put into the chat.
Yeah.
Sonic says, "Hey guys."
Hi.
It is rather lovely. Julian says, "Morning, just Sonic." Just Sonic says, "Just still made it though." The better looking Marley's in says, "Greetings to all my social media mates. Hello, Paul."
Good.
Your brother's not here yet.
No.
Julian says, "Greetings, Melbourne." I think Marley. Paul says, "Correct." Sonic says, "Of course, the Welsh dragon has a sheep." Well, yeah. There's about 3 times as many sheep in Wales as there are people. Phil says, "Good day, everyone." Mark says, good afternoon, Mikey and Tiff. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Julian, morning, Mikey and Tiff. Yes, you are alive, well, mobile and functioning. Live is a deeper issue. Yes, that's very true.
Yeah.
Mark says, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to have to get you some Red Bull or something so you can have Red Bull before live, modders. You
It's
sound
not that.
out.
I should actually be. No, I should be wearing my glasses, to be fair.
We'll put
To be
them
fair,
on. Put them on.
I don't know where I've put them.
I wear glasses.
Oh, I don't like wearing them.
You got to protect your eyes. If you need glasses, wear them. Otherwise, you end up going blind.
I thought that was something else that made you go blind.
You.
Oh.
There you go. If it is, Sonic would be knackered. Jim says, good afternoon, evening to all in chat and on screen. I'll carry on, shall I? Jim says, Sonic, if the dragon gets hiccups, you get roast lamb dinner. Win-win. That's true. Jim says, Paul, good morning, evening to you, Paul. Oh, Monday evening to you, Paul. Sonic says, if the lamb came into a lot of money, would he be minted? Julian, exploring Ian sounds dangerous, slaps forehead. We found the level and the stream is only 5 minutes old. It is.
Yeah.
Julian, hi, Mark. Paul, Jim, hi, mate, from down under. Athol, never mind the Red Bull for Tiff, just give her hobnobs, large size, morning up. You've got hobnobs, haven't you?
I do. They are hidden. I'm only having like one every day or so.
Ah, yes. Good.
Haven't had one a day.
That packet last till Telford now.
That's impossible.
Timmy is in. He says, good day, all. Hello, Timmy.
Hello.
Jim, Red Bull is just an overkill of caffeine and sugar. Big blast of energy followed by a big crash. Yes. But as long as the crash happens after the show, it's fine. As Sonic says, that why you're more built on the right hand side, Mikey. What? Okay. On with the show. Julie says, if you don't wear your glasses when you need to, you'll end up with eye strain and or a headache. Yes.
I have a permanent headache. Even when I wear them.
Probably because you don't wear your glasses.
Even when I do wear them, I get a headache.
Yeah, because you're not used to wearing them. If you wear them more, you'll get used to them.
Maybe. Yeah. Energy drinks never really affect me by giving me energy. One of the few that happens to.
While Ian says, wow, my notifications are being a dick these days, last few days, late to everything. Well, the easiest way is to remember we start the show same time every week.
Yeah.
So always 12 o'clock on a Monday and at 11 o'clock Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And a Tuesday.
Yes. Yes, so not normally a Wednesday. Wednesdays are members only.
Yes.
This Wednesday. Yes. Jim says, good Sonic. So yeah, for those that don't know that weren't on your stream yesterday, we're doing the members only live again on Wednesday afternoon, 12 o'clock. We're going to have a natter with the members.
Yeah.
Ian says, time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Yes. Who's it that was saying that on yesterday? Oh, I think it was Malcolm on Thursday. Athol says, number 13, thumbs up, Mike to Mikey. Thank you very much.
Nice. Oh, it jumped. I just clicked it.
Julian says, I know what he means, Mikey. Using your right hand too much more probably builds up muscle on your right side. Oh, gotcha.
He's being filthy.
Yeah, he's being vulgar. He's in the house. Hello.
Hello.
We begin to wonder if you've been sweat
bit
blown
tardy.
away or something.
No, just like I was surprised as you were that I made it.
Did you have fun?
Yes. Had some progress. Had a good chat about the Lysander, one of my favourite aircraft. So no, it was definitely worth doing.
We'll get to you after the chat. So George says, hello all.
Hello, George.
Sonic says, at least someone got what I meant. Hey, Jimbo.
Oh, no, I knew what you meant. I just wasn't going to say it.
Because we're not that vulgar. We're classy.
What?
Jim says, hello, Athol. Athol says, morning, John. Jim says, Sonic, I mate. So, John.
Hello.
Johnny. You right?
Yeah.
How have you been? Since
Yeah.
I saw you on Saturday.
Yeah, good. Did I see you on Saturday?
Were you not on the Friends and Malls of Heroes thing?
I was. Yes, I saw you Saturday. Yeah, it's been a long couple of days. So no, it's all good. Yeah, not much to report today. I did some stuff, but yeah. So I'm progressing quite well with the. Let me hold the box up. Kinetics 148 scale Harrier GR13. So far, so good. It's I'll change the camera. It's delicious. Really enjoying it. So I'll pause for a minute. There we go. And then resume. Hey, there we go. So as I said, there's not much to show at the moment. However, I've got the interior photo etch going on. It's a very wrong color. It's almost like a MiG sort of color. It's like a blue-green. In reality, they're not that color, but
No,
that's what you get with Edward. Yeah, so let's go a bit of focus. There we go. So it looks nice, but it's it's just the wrong color. And the seat is going together really well. So I've only got the bottom bit on, so you can see it's got the blue of the leg restraints that go around your clip on your ankles, really go around your ankles. So when you eject, you could lose your legs because they're under on the rudder pedals under the instrument panel. So what these do is just a couple of milliseconds before the rocket motor fires in the back of the seat, these straps retract, got an explosive charge, and it drags your feet back under, well, not under the seat, but next to the seat, away from the instrument panel. So you've got a good chance of your legs and knees missing the windscreen and canopy and stuff like that. So they're there. I need to just sort of twist them around a bit and sort of tuck them. They clip on to the base of the seat either side. It doesn't matter really, because once it's in place, you won't see them just because of the angle of them. And then I've got the shoulder straps to go on and stuff like that. So they're pre-printed, pre-coloured as well. It's a Martin Baker Mark 10 ejection seat. So fortunately, it's the same ejection seat that's in an F-18 Hornet, which I'm quite familiar with. So it's looking. I'm happy with it. The colours are coming out rather well. Apart from that, once this drops in, everything is fitting perfectly so far. Like it's just been a joy so far. Nothing's really glued, but everything fits really well. I've got a photo etch base in the nose wheel well there as well, and once that goes on, that'll be it closes up. Oh, you get the idea. So yeah, you can see there's no gap at all. So it's just a beautiful kit so far, and I'm very much enjoying it. Harrier, delicious, chef's kiss.
Excellent.
And back to the studio.
Yes. We've got some more comments already.
We do.
Julian says, he's being vulgar. I speak fluent Sonic. And yes, I'm in therapy for that. George says, hey, Sonic. Athol, morning, Jim, Julian, Ian, and Sonic. Julian, evening, John.
Hoi, hoi.
Ian, I'm sat here waiting for the bell to ring. It only tells me once I myself have remembered to tune in. Thanks for nothing. Notifications is what I mean. Yeah.
Oh.
Sonic says, not vulgar, says Tiff, with the other thing that makes you go blind remark. Ha.
I didn't say I wasn't vulgar. I says I knew what it was. Mikey that said he wasn't vulgar.
Mm.
I says I knew exactly what you were talking about, but I wasn't going to say it.
Duke says, "Good day, all you beautiful people." Hello, Dukey.
Hey, Duke.
Good afternoon.
Julian, you're looking very perky for whatever time it is, but it's dark o'clock, sugar rush, or OD'd on Foster's, John.
No, nobody drinks Foster's here. You know that, Julian. The only reason it's available in the UK is we have to get rid of it somehow. Well, just, I'm high on life. I don't know, something like that. Whatever.
Sonic says Castlemaine 4X.
Yeah, that one.
Oh. John specialises in box wines.
Yeah. I try to be classy, though, decanting it into bottles before I scull it.
Bottles. Yeah. He just puts the 40-year-old label on it. So I'm going to change cameras.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I always have that one dark side of me bloody desk.
There we go. So, John.
Hello, yes?
Oh. I've started working on my cockpit.
Oh, let's zoom in on you. It's bloody huge. It's double the size of mine. That's what she said.
There you go.
You froze. Oh, no, you're
I'll
gone.
zoom in a bit. There you go. So with this one, they've only molded the frame. They've not molded the actual cushions, which I figured out thanks to someone posting it in Discord. But yeah. And I found my decals and photo etch to go on them on the control panels.
Oh,
so I've done it in sea grey and then the seat in matte. Yeah, it's the only upgrade you can get for the 124th Harrier kit.
Right.
It's the only upgrade you can get, which is a shame. Yeah, I've done satin black on the seat and then sea grey on the rest of the cockpit. Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
Probably picking details out and painting the control column and things today. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty nice. Especially when you put it inside the cockpit. Try and move that out of the way. There you go. It'll sit nicely in there. Looks all right.
Looks like the Incredible Shrinking Man with your hand size on that compared to what I'm used to feeling in the last couple of days. Significantly larger.
It's making me feel rather inadequate, I can tell you. There we go. Oh god, we've got more bloody comments already.
Yay!
Ian says, Joey. Jim says, very nice t-shirt, John. Julian, YouTube notifications don't work on. Yeah. YouTube notifications don't work on the computer unless you're looking at YouTube at the time. So in a nutshell, they're no bloody good. No, but if you have it YouTube on your phone as well, they come up on your phone. Sonic says, do they still have that Aussie drink?
The 4X. Yeah, you literally can't buy it here. Nobody drinks it.
Ian says, Joey. Sonic says, how are you doing? Dieter, I did a 1916 in a cappella. You did. It's very good. He says, second time my YouTube is picking up slowly. During that seat still looks more detailed than the PM model utter crap I saw yesterday. Might do some dry brushing on it, just to sort of pick out the edges with some metal or something. Because it would have got rubbed over time.
Oh, yeah. They get serviced all the time and brushed up, repainted, but yeah, the sides of the seat don't erode that much. Like the paint doesn't chip off them because there's no room there,
Yeah.
The head box sort of does in a way, but you don't touch it. like when you're getting in and out. You don't even certainly on the Hornets. You never stand on the seat cushion to get into the cockpit because they have what's called a SKU, an SKU, which is like a crash survival unit under the cushion, and it's got a fiberglass body, and you can crack that if you stand on the cushion. So you need to, well, certainly in the Hornet, you have to put your foot down all the way down to the floor of the cockpit.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Harriers are like. I've never sat in one. There you go.
Problem I've got is the angle of the tub on the backboard, on the bulkhead, means that the seat is either flat against the bulkhead, but not all the way down to the bottom of the tub at the front, or it's flat on the bottom of the tub and sticking out of the bulkhead like that.
Yeah, well, this one I've just glued the seat in, and it sits perfectly, like against the backboard. Yeah. Put a bit more glue on it though.
Yeah. Don't know what to do about that because it's annoying.
You'll work it out. You've worked miracles before.
Yeah, I may break it by the sound of it. Right, so I think it's because that doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. George says Humbrol stopped making the paint my Harrier kit called for.
Yeah.
If you let me know what Humbrol numbers they are, I have a big conversion chart in this book that I can give you most for like Tamiya or something.
Right.
I think it's okay. Sticking out the bottom.
So here we go. Dark sea grey equivalents. So it's British Standard 638. Dark sea grey is an FS number. If you watch this back with a pen and pencil, FS 36116, which is Mr. Hobby Aqueous 331. Dark sea grey. And that's actually at the bottom. You can probably see. No, it's very small, but that apparently conforms to that spec. Or the enamel version of the same thing, C331. Humbrol 164 is Ammo MiG 204, which is Tamiya XF24.
You could just do Vallejo Dark Sea Grey.
Yeah, which is 71.987. RAL number, which is German 638. Hataka 114. RC, which is AK 296 and 11851. MRP 241, and its hex code is 75787F. So
I use normal sea grey for the cockpit.
Yeah.
Because apparently they were Admiralty grey in real life in the cockpit.
Yeah. Well, that's what mine calls for. Admiralty grey. Dark Admiralty grey.
Which is sea grey in Vallejo.
And yeah, dark green is British Standard 641.
Yeah. There you go. George says, so ordered some Mr. Colour equivalents, I guessed.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Dieter, I was like 20 minutes in pursuit of the actual live moment. Yeah. Sonic says there was a Friends reference, by the way. Yeah, I gathered that.
How you doing? Yeah, great show.
Believe it or not, I was around in the 90s. I'm not that young. I just never found Friends particularly funny.
Well, you're dead to me.
Well, F you to the moon.
Well, I had Jennifer Aniston in it. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's not funny either. I've watched so-called comedy films with Jennifer Aniston in, and I still don't find her funny.
Well, she's in a show, was it Morning Wars? I think it's called The Morning Show, everywhere else around the world. Stunning actress. Like, she's so so good to
You just
watching
like the
that.
fact
Not
that she
because
always had
she's
a
beautiful.
nipple pointing out.
No, she's an extraordinarily talented actress. I think she's fantastic.
Mm. I don't know.
Well, you know.
I like stuff like the old comedies, like It Ain't Half Hot Mum and things like that. So stuff like that doesn't really interest me.
Are you sure you weren't born in the 50s?
I think I probably should have been. I prefer the engineering back then and everything.
Oh,
Julian says, I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt who said, nobody can make me feel inadequate without my permission. Exactly. Julian, not a kangaroo reference then, Sonic. Joey. Ooh, that's better. It's getting better. So it was that they molded an extra bit on for no reason. Okay. So if I can get that squared away, that should be all right. Sonic says, if Friends was an Australian show, Julian, perhaps. They did have Skippy.
Yeah, it's the
And
only
Round
show
the
you
Twist.
ever needed. Round the Twist, I never saw that. It was a bit after my time. I
We
know of
used
it,
to watch
that's
it
all.
when we were kids. Farscape was an Australian program, an Australian sci-fi.
It was.
I still watch that now, actually, on YouTube. Because it has its own YouTube channel where they upload episodes every few days.
Really?
Yep. So far, they're up to season 2, episode 14. They've just uploaded yesterday.
There you go.
They've uploaded a few, like season 4 and stuff. But what they do is, when they get to the end of the seasons, they start uploading from the beginning again and take the others off. So, like when they get to season 4, they'll take season 1 and 2 off, and then when they get to the end of season 4, they'll start putting season 1 back on again. And all the specials and things. Jim says, Julian and Ian, yes, in regards with the futility of YouTube notifications on your PC, the same goes for YouTube app on my TV. It sends notifications to my phone because they're paired. Yes. Sonic, if it was, would he say, how rude doing? Oh, ha, 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 ha. Julian, notifications generally are stuffed on my phone. Hawaii, however you pronounce
Huawei.
it. Yeah. Screwed up the OS update to Android 10.1 and haven't fixed it for 4 years and several updates later. Yeah.
Do you want to know the reason they haven't fixed it for 4 years?
China?
Not allowed to.
Huawei is now actually banned in the UK.
Yeah.
There you go.
If you had a Huawei phone, it wasn't allowed anywhere near the F-35 precincts. You just couldn't bring it into the building.
Yeah, they banned it in the UK a while ago because I used to have one, and then I've had to change. I'm on Samsung now, which is so much better.
Yes. I've had Samsung since they brought out the first Galaxy. Sonic says, it was an okay show. I liked the one where Ross tried rugby. Okay.
I can't recall that, but no, I thought it was hilarious.
It was more of a chick program.
Well, I must be a chick.
Yep. There you go, that's better. Modeling Man 1999 says Friends was crap, was never ever found it even remotely funny. I agree with that one. I actually agree with you. Never found it funny. Rick's Kits says, hello all. Hello, Rick's Kits.
Hello, Rick's Kits. Where does Rick hail from?
I'd imagine the US. For some reason. I don't know why. Julian, personally, the Austin Powers film do nothing for me. Not anything with Adam Sandler. I'm probably a minority of one with that.
No, I'm not a big fan of Adam Sandler.
I'm not a big fan of Adam Sandler, but I like it in terms of they're good family films. That's all right to watch with the kids and things.
Yeah.
They're not something you really have to think about. Just something you can just sit in it, enjoy.
I heard they're making a sequel to Happy Gilmore after
Yes,
25 years or something.
It's got Eminem in it as well.
The red one or the yellow one?
Blue one.
Or the blue one. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh no, who's a girl? Yellow? No, that's
Pink
Peanut. Green one.
Julian says, I love Farscape, repeated regularly on cable TV, Muppets in Space. Well, Rigel is anyway. Yeah. Jim says, Julian, 100% with regards to Adam Sandler, totally overrated and overhyped. Reminds me of the French fascination with Jerry Lewis.
Oh, the French like Jerry Lewis. Well, I did not know.
George says, there's a scene where with Eleanor Roosevelt in one of the Tuskegee films. Yep. And in 6888 as well. Because she was one of the people instrumental in that. Modeling Man 99 says Sandler has never been funny in his entire life. Yeah. Ian says, my Joey was referencing the 4X TV adverts in the 80s. Joey finally says what? And then the answer is, I can see the pub from here.
I can't remember that one.
Yeah, so the green, brown, and purple M&M characters are female.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the M&M's website.
Oh, a good place for it then. Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Ian says, oh yeah, I've just read that one.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking out. What are you doing?
Sonic says, Anger Management and Mr. Deeds are good, to be honest. I don't know. Never watched them. George says, Eleanor Roosevelt also went into coal mines to check the welfare of the kids who worked there. Oh, well. Yeah. I suppose it was progressive for the time. Phil says, don't forget Pilot Julian. Rigel was a little... Yeah, he was.
Short.
No.
No? No.
Ian says, I've never once laughed at the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, really? Oh, bloody
I like the
fantastic.
Big Bang Theory.
My son is Asperger's. He's very, very much like Sheldon, but he hates being referred to as Sheldon. But he does, as he's grown older, he does recognise that in himself now.
Julian, rugby, a game played by men with odd-shaped balls. Kidding, I love rugby, far better than round ball, in my opinion. Yeah. Rick says, I hail from the UK, the part that you don't like, Mikey. There's not a part of the UK I don't like.
Yeah, it's, well, isn't it England, Scotland, Northern Ireland? Or Isle of Man, anything that's not Wales?
Yeah, I don't like London. Well, I don't particularly... Yeah, anything. Well, I don't know. I don't like cities in general. Too claustrophobic for my liking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't particularly. It's not that I don't like anywhere. It's just places I'd rather not go.
Sure.
If I don't have to. Like Liverpool, I hate driving around Liverpool. Yeah. So next. Unless you want me to do whilst you're modelling modders.
No, it's all right. He's just responding to a text from Mum. She finally got a phone sorted.
Dieter says, I don't like Sacha Baron Cohen productions and some of the remakes of classics that don't take into account historical accuracy in lieu of a wrong adaptation of inclusivity. Yes. There was a film, the one where I really noticed that and it really annoyed me was there was a film about Easy Company, the 101st Airborne. And it was all about this black soldier in it. And I've got no problems with black soldiers being in film stuff, but they were supposed to be based on true events.
Okay.
Now, In the American Army in the Second World War, black soldiers were segregated from white. We all know that, and it's an unfortunate part of history. In fact, it's a bloody awful part of history. But the Easy Company didn't have black soldiers, but it was making out that this was a true event, that this black soldier was being bullied by the rest of Easy Company because they didn't want him in Easy Company. Like, that wouldn't have happened because they would have been segregated. They wouldn't be in the same company. But, yeah. Sorry, that stuff annoys me. Like I said, I don't have a problem with anyone being in films, but if you're going to try and portray history, portray it accurately. Because at the end of the day,
you mean Anne Boleyn as an African American, or that was Jamaican or something? Yeah.
Don't replace people. Don't change things just because you want to fit a political agenda into your film. Sonic says, I remember that advert in. Someone done a funny skit about that drink with a picture of the Outback and quote, if you lived in a S-hole like this, you wouldn't give a 4X what you drank either. There we go.
4X it's not a bad drop compared to some. There's a beer out now that I really just don't think it's that good. It's called Great Northern. It's I don't know. It's just not that great. It's Northern. That's also going for it.
Yeah. Jim says there's a film with M&M candies featured in it. There's adverts with M&M candies featured in them in the UK. Usually they're in bed with some woman and her husband comes out. Dieter says, also refuse to see any movie involving Amber Heard. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Is that a person?
Well, obviously.
I don't know. It sounds like it could be a heap of cows. I don't know.
Well, that's one way of calling it, yeah. But she was the one that got divorced from Johnny Depp, and there was a big trial a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay, sure. Yep, I get it.
She's the one that pooped on his bed.
Yeah. Yep. And then tried to blame the dog, even though the poop was bigger than the dog.
Yeah, doesn't sound like a nice person.
No. Sounds a bit cray-cray. As the kids would say. Sonic says, red and yellow being the main protagonist, Jim. Okay.
M&M's?
Okay. Sure, I might just... Sonic says, I'd watch that, to be honest. Julian, on the other hand, my absolute favourite comedian was Norman Wisdom. Square Peg is hilarious. Yeah, I love Norman Wisdom. And in fact, I've got a playlist on this YouTube channel that's open to the public, and I've just, all the Norman Wisdom films I could find, I've put them into that playlist. Because I love Norman Wisdom films. I think I probably was born about 30, 40 years too late.
Yeah.
But Dieter says, TTBT took a while to grow on me. There you go. Julian, oh, you mean South Wales, Rick? The heathen end of Wales. Ah, yeah. Heathen country.
Heathens.
It's not like I don't like it. It's just godless. And there's orcs down there and things. Oh, that's what they told us in school anyway.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm sure there isn't. I mean, there could be, but... Jim says, Borat. Yep. Sonic says, Yeshmesh. Julian says, Gesundheit, Jim. Sonic says, Amber Turd. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she got called.
Yeah. Julian, one of the things I disliked about film 1917 was the shoehorning of an Indian soldier into a British unit. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mikey, but they didn't serve together in World War II. You are wrong. They did. Because they were British troops. They were Hindu troops that lived in the UK. But because they lived in the UK and they weren't necessarily from India, they got put into British units. June says, lol, Sonic. And obviously they interacted with different units as well. Sonic says, Mr. Grimsdale. Yep. Rick says, Julian, I'm more heathen than South Wales. I'm English. Oh my God. What are you doing on here?
Scandalous.
Something wrong with us English.
My most of my family's English. So they're just not
I'm sorry
South
to hear
Wales.
that.
So
Well, apparently
And,
my family's not English, but yeah, I've been told that my dad was born in India, but yeah.
so your dad is Indian.
Well, just before his father was serving in the British Army at the time, and had been since 1933.
Yeah. He may be British because he'd be born in British India, I imagine.
It was British India. It's now Pakistan. It's
Yeah.
the Khyber Pass and up there.
Ah,
Sialkot.
where Bungitin was stormed. Bungitin.
Is that?
Carry on.
What? Oh, okay. So yeah, again, you're born in the 50s, I think.
and Jimmy Riddle, Private Jimmy Riddle. Penny's in. She says, "Afternoon. I got up after a 14-hour shift.
Oh,
She's had the flu recently as well, so hope she feels better." And she says, "Still in bed, so difficult to type. So I'll just say hello all for now.
hello.
Hello."
Hello.
Julie said, "World War One, Mikey, not two." Yeah, I know. Sonic says, "Hey Penny, the money would have to be really good for me to work that long, unless it's a driving job. I'd love that." Well, it is. She's a coach driver.
Yeah.
You'll get sick of driving one day. We all enjoy it at first. June says, "I have a box set of DVDs of Norm Wisdom films. His knighthood ceremony is hilarious. He mock tripped, stepping back, and the late Queen fought back a fit of giggles." Yeah.
See, the only I don't know Norman Wisdom, but I know he's mentioned in a Human League song, "Love Action," where it's, Norman Wisdom, Johnny Joey, DD, but Johnny Joey and DD apparently are members of the Ramones, who got nothing to do with British movies in the 50s or whatever. So I'm just baffled by that.
What?
But, Human League, you've heard of them, yeah?
Yes, I've heard of the Human League.
Right. Yeah.
They were what's it called a
Shit.
group of nine?
Oh.
A street performance group or something?
No, like yeah. So yeah, "Don't You Want Me" is the first song
No.
to reach #1 that had no actual instruments in it. It was all electronic and keyboard and stuff and symphonic drums, which is a dubious honor to have, I must admit.
Yeah. Penny says, "I was sparing, things were going really well. Didn't do a thing until the end when a driver was sick, so I had to drive a coach down to the dreaded England and got back at 4 a.m.
The dreaded England. There we are again.
What is everyone's issue with England?
No, I don't.
They kept invading everyone.
And founding other countries. G'day. Shout out to all our English
one of the
friends.
One of the most notable things about Wales is that we have more castles per mile than anywhere else in the world. But those castles were built to subjugate the Welsh by the English.
Yep. And you're the only country in the UK that doesn't have any representation on the flag. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Lots of things. Yeah. So let's call somebody the Prince of Wales. So it sounds like it's a good thing, but basically the prince is as high as you get. So, stay down. Yeah. I get it.
And he's an Englishman.
Yeah. Anyway,
He's just
moving on.
Julie says, "Afternoon, Penny." Penny says, 24 years of driving and I love it more every day.
Oh, wow.
Penny says, "Ooh, did I tell you? I finally got the London rotor. Going to be working with a really good friend. Going to be epic and well worth the wait." There we go.
Huh. Well done, Penny.
Yeah. Matthew says, "Norm Wisdom is an Albanian cult hero. They even have statues of him." Cool.
I'm going to have to Google him.
Go onto my YouTube channel later when you want to watch a film or something on your own. Go into the playlists. I think it's called Movies Playlist or something like that. But there's loads of Norm Wisdom films in there, and there's stuff like the Bulldog Breed, where he was supposed to be in the Navy during the Second World War and stuff. And it's just daft. Like they're doing a bit where he has to learn how to do diving in the old diving suits with the big helmets on and everything. And the officer gets distracted and doesn't realize that they're pumping too much air into the suit, so he's just inflating on the water. And then all of a sudden the line breaks off and he just goes all around the bloody water around the ship. It's loads of slapstick stuff like that. Sonic says, 2.5 years and I still can't get enough of it. Love my car and any excuse to drive it, I will. Fuel money permitting, of course. Yeah. Darren says, "Hello, everyone." Hello, Darren.
Hello.
Penny, I always say England is a lovely way to spoil a great drive. Totally agree. And you know, that's not even being satirical, because I found that when I go over the border into England, the way they drive is very different to the way we drive in the rest of the country.
Oh, that's racist.
Well, it's not. The way they drive, I don't know what it is, whether it's the road layout slightly different or what, but it's very, like when I go to Liverpool, I absolutely hate it. The way they've got the roads laid out and everything, and the signs laid out and stuff, it just makes it so much more complicated than it needs to be. Whereas around here, everything's nice and relaxed driving. Julian says, "Norm Wisdom and Tony Hawk's did the song I'm Big in Albania, where Pitkin is and was a cult icon." There we go. Jim says, "Hello, Darren." And Darren says, "Greetings, Jim." There we go. Penny says, "Every time I enter Scotland, I can't help letting out a cheer."
Are we letting people in, Mikey?
Yes. Yes, please. I was just going to say that, actually.
Right, links out.
There you go.
All right. I'm going to jump across to the booth. I need to spray the intake before I can glue the two fuselage halves together. So I didn't like the paint I had the other day was extra dark sea grey, and I think it's too dark. So I went out and bought some dark sea grey. What's weird is, if I can find it, I hope it's here. It'll be here somewhere. Oh well, but the extra dark sea grey plastic lid looks lighter than the normal sea grey, which is sort of weird, but I'll give it a crack anyway. So that's
give it a wee bit of a crack.
331. I'll give it, because like the fact is, I had painted other aircraft with these paints before, like the English Electric Lightning and stuff like that. I just can't find that paint anymore. I don't. It's got to be around here somewhere, but I just don't know where it is.
Hello, Sonic.
Hello, Sonic.
Hello.
All right, so yeah, bear with me. I'm just going to set up the spray booth. I'll be back in a moment. So here's the thing. Before I do that, I don't have. It's not a particular what I'd call a holy grail kit, but a kit that I would like to build is a. It doesn't really exist. It's CAC 31 Sabre. So it's the Australian built North American Sabre, but instead of having the General Electric engine, the J51, it has a Rolls-Royce Avon engine, which is more powerful. And as a result of which, they had to open up the intake more to let more air in, because thirstier engine. But then they had to change this fuselage brake where they can access it, because totally different sort of engine to the General Electric one. And all the access panels had to change. So the fuselage, I think, is 68% different to the standard Sabre. The wings are much the same, but they don't have the auto slats and
It's
all that
not
sort
even
of
me
stuff.
saying it this time.
Sorry? Oh, Jim.
It's not even me saying it this time.
And anyway, so
Carry on, John.
there's never been a proper kit available of it. But a High Plains kit's bought out a cottage industry one. So it's a bit rough and, all that sort of stuff. Probably about 20 years ago, probably a bit more. They went out of business probably about 12 years ago or so. So these kits are like hen's teeth. Anyway, went to my model club meeting on yesterday, and one of the guys said, "Here you are, it's a High Plains kit. He asked $45 for it, which is about 23 pounds." And it's like, take the money and all that sort of stuff like that. Now, half an hour later, one of the other guys in the club said, "That's my holy grail kit. I've been looking for that for about 20 odd years. I've never found one," and all that sort of stuff. How much would you like to sell it for? And I said, $45. So, I wasn't going to rip off the guy who just sold it to me. And he said, "I don't have change. Well, can you take 50?" I went, "Yep." So I owned one of the kits that I really wanted for about half an hour and then gave it away because another guy wants to build it more. The guy who sold it. He basically said, "I won't build it myself. I just want to see it built." But there you go. So I nearly had a new kit in my hand. Well, I did, but I didn't lick the plastic or anything at all. I just moved it on. But yeah, I'm just hoping Airfix will bring out one because it'll sell. Certainly in Australia, a lot of people want an Avon Sabre. But there you go. We're not in Australia, are we? We're in parts of England and Wales. Is that correct?
And Japanese.
and yeah, and parts of America. When is that inauguration? It's a couple of days away.
It's
Jim,
today at 5 p.m.
Today.
Oh, okay.
Today.
Can't wait.
Apparently, as well, looking at the analytics, apparently there are people in Russia that watch us as well.
Watch us?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably because they know you're ex-Airforce and you have knowledge.
Yeah. You're probably right because, I uploaded a video of a F-35 taking off and all the viewers were from Russia, Albania, Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. Well, certainly a couple of stands anyway. So I'm just like, yeah, that'd be right.
Yeah, go through the chat. Sonic says there's some nice spots in Northumberland, to be honest, but that might be because it's just close to Scotland.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I love
Ian
Scotland.
says Tony Hawk's, Morris Minor, Majors. Stutter rap still makes me laugh. It's amazing.
Oh, Timo.
Hello.
What's up, my man?
Hello, Timmy.
We can't hear you.
You look like you're in a different backdrop.
No, same old gig.
Why are we all so small in the screen?
Because once the comment goes up, goes away.
So,
Yeah,
I understand
know
my wife and child arrived at your house safely, Timar.
Yep, alive when I last saw him.
Wonderful.
So, yep, headed off to bed.
Did you try the chess boxing?
No. Somewhat predictably, I chickened out of that.
Was the chess too scary?
Yeah, so those in the chat who don't know, my wife and daughter, are driving back to Townsville. So that's about 1,700 kilometres away. So it's about a 3-day drive, taking it conservatively. So the first night, they went up the coast road. So the first night they're staying at Timmy's house, which is places that's not in New South Wales. and like that. And then they're saying somewhere else halfway up Queensland. Well, so Townsville itself, although it's like, it's a long way. It's a big place. So it's the same distance from Melbourne to Brisbane as it is from Brisbane to Townsville. And Brisbane and Townsville in the same state. Not only that, Townsville's only halfway up the state. So it's a bloody big place.
That it is.
Interesting.
All right, I need to go and spray a little bit of sea grey. So I'm going to go and set that up.
Okay, sod off. Julie says the communist Albanians saw the commoner Pitkin as succeeding against tyrannical upper class, so he was a hero to them. Norm Wisdom got mobbed when they went to Albania. It's really annoying me how small everything is on it.
Well, I'm technically a midget anyway, so every little helps.
There you go. June says, yeah, just read that. Go to the next one. Penny says, DJ, in all fairness, sitting on Brighton seafront eating fish and chips, although the time I'm eating, I'm thinking of Chroma. Jim says, good day, Sonic. Phil, I was in a telephone exchange one day and was told Norm Wisdom used to work there and fake fall down the stairs. He was sacked after hanging upside down off an equipment rack when a manager saw him.
Sounds about right.
For his size, he was really physically fit, wasn't he? Even in his later years. Penny says eating fish and chips is nice. Yeah. Jim says, John, get on with it. Darren says, hello, Sonic. Julian, laugh out loud, Phil. Ian, I do the same, Penny, and a boo when re-entering England. Ooh. Penny says, Ian, I tell my passengers, anyone, if people don't boo when we enter England, I'll turn off the phone charges. Julian, Fred Astaire's first audition feedback was hilarious. Can't sing, can't act, can't dance a bit. Talk about an understatement. Jim says the Russian audience could be hackers. Yeah, they're not as prevalent as the American media like to make out, Jim. Junior says, hi, Tim. And Junior says, BRB. I mean, they do exist, but why would they give a crap about this channel? It's hardly going to divulge any state secrets, is it?
No, but I also think that Eastern Europe is now the home of scale modeling. Like, they produce all of them, and there's probably a lot of channels from Eastern Europe, Ukraine, such forth. So they're probably a fan of modeling.
Yes. Jim said, hi, Tim. Oh, there you go. We are back. And Jim said, who said anything about media?
Oh,
me. My channel, and I can.
Sorry, I mean, my balls dropped. My little shaking balls. I dropped the ball and I went, So
the reason I said it is because the only time we ever really hear anything about that mentioned is from the US media. And it's usually around election times in the US. George says, got to get back to work. Thanks for stream. Catch you next time. See you later, George.
Catch you later.
Bye, George.
Bye, George. By George, by Crikey, by Jingo.
And Penny says, John, do you have balls of steel?
Not wrong.
That'd be a bit painful if you were to start running, though.
No, no. It's the gravel rash I find more annoying.
Either that or when you're at it, Either way, you'd hear you coming a mile off.
Sonic.
Behave, will you?
It's a family show, dude. What are you working on, Timmy?
The Mustang.
Ah, yes.
It's a Tamiya Mustang from memory, yes? 48 scale?
Yep, P51D Mustang,
Hmm.
Tamiya 148. So we got that one.
That's
Right
cool.
there.
I like that artwork.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty snazzy. So first American plane, this one. For
Oh,
me.
yeah. Oh, American plane in American markings.
Yes.
You did the Super Hornet, yeah.
Yeah. I was just glancing suspiciously over at my Spitfire, being like, I'm fairly sure that it's not American, but yes, the Growler.
Yes. It was fun watching you play with your growler.
Really?
Phil says,
Family Channel, he said.
yes, but I'm using innuendo.
I was going to say, it's my channel.
In your
No,
endo.
I'm using innuendo. So if a kid's watching, it's going to go over their head.
Ah.
Not kids these days.
No.
Well, yeah.
Have you met kids these days?
Funnily enough, yes, because I have some. Phil says Russians watching Mikey before making plans to invade Wales. Yeah, the sheep industry's.
On that, but that comment, man, be a bit like Sports Direct during the London riots. They'd all run in going, "Wait, it's already been done."
Sports Direct's gone dear now.
Oh, just a bit. There you go. So is everyone.
John, what colour are the control columns in the Harriers?
They're the Admiralty Grey with a black grip. But the photos I've seen, all the black has come off the grip with the handling of the gloves and everything else. So they're mainly silver with bits of black on them. But yeah, the control column itself is Admiralty Grey.
Cool. Thank you, dude.
With the rubber boot at the bottom is not
the,
a boot, but you can paint a different color grey for the boot. It's a lace-up leather thing at the base of the column.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to ask you, funnily enough. Yeah.
I was going to say, it doesn't matter, no one will see it, but yeah, they will. It's 24 scale. They can climb in it and have a look.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Julian says, sorry, I come back in. The first thing I hear is Mikey saying it's fun watching you play with your growler.
Oh, the depravity.
Okay. Whoa.
Don't sing!
I'm not singing, I'm ta-ta-ta-ing. You couldn't even pick the song
sorry,
if you wanted to.
I think someone needs to get an ambulance.
Instrumentals and all sorts, dude.
No fun.
I know.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
What? You were raped? Oh, at first, yes.
Ron, you can't say that word on YouTube. Jesus.
2 for 2 stepping on rakes. That's great.
I want to hit him with a bloody rake if he carries on.
That'd pay to watch.
He's starting to remind me of Sideshow Bob when he gets out from under the Simpsons car. And every time he takes a step, no matter which direction it is, there's a load of rakes for him to stand on. And he just goes,
Episodes can
thwack,
for you.
thwack. Ooh, keep that photo etch away from there. Penny says, no, Julian says, Penny, I think that probably needs context, lol. There was context if you were watching at the time. Yeah. I was reading some blogs and stuff on discussing the colour schemes in the Harriers, John. And they were saying that the Harrier GR1 was sort of like the first aircraft that the RAF used, where they actually stopped using the completely black cockpits and things. Where they started using like greys and things.
Okay.
So,
which
I thought was
no.
interesting. The first
The
sort of
English
jets.
Electric Lightning was the same sort of. It's a very light blue, light grey as well. It's almost like an Admiralty grey.
Yeah.
That was from early 60s.
Yeah. Interesting. Would that have been that little bit on top of there, John?
I'm sorry, which what?
This little bit on top of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
for goodness sake. I just had it focused. Right. Would that have been
Is that
glass,
your
would it?
instrument panel? Yes. That's
Yeah,
the
that'd be
HUD
glass.
combiner. Yeah. So
Okay.
there's a round, it's like a CRT thing that faces upwards, shines onto the glass. Yes, it's a HUD combiner. So yes, it's
Like a
2
teleprompter
layers
sort
of
thing.
glass.
So I probably would have been better doing that with a little piece of plastic or something.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Mm. Or I could just paint it with some chrome. See how that looks. Let's try that first before I start taking bits apart. Juice ponders crystal balls, anything like a glass chin. My mother's maiden name is Ball. Right. Listen,
I thought you were about to say chin.
No, my mother's maiden name is Ball.
Ball.
So her brother is called John Ball.
Okay.
And his
sorry,
wife.
B-A-L-L or B-U-L-L? I can't tell.
B-A-L-L.
Okay.
Okay. His wife, when they were expecting their first child, she said, when they were thinking of names, she said, I want to call it, if it's a girl, I want to call it Crystal. And he went, you can F off. And she went, why? He said, I'm not, think about it. What's your surname? I'm not having my child called Crystal Ball.
Yeah.
And she went, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted to call it Crystal.
Something could be meth.
Luckily, their first child was a lad. Matthew says, Imperial War Museum has a good video in Harriers. Pilot talking about why they stopped using them. A lot of good footage in the video. Nice. I'll have to check that out. Someone got a balloon going
They're
on it.
an amazing aircraft.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that squeaking noise?
Yeah.
That's Sonic's kitchen door.
All right. Sound like someone playing with a balloon.
No, he needs to WD-40 that door, and he never has.
Matthew says on their YouTube channel. Sonic says wouldn't like to find out Julian. Very ouch. Julian, modelling question for once. Regarding spray painting, would you really need external ventilation if the pressure was low, e.g. under 20 psi? Yeah, because even if the pressure's low, it's still going to fill the room full of paint fumes and acrylic paint particles.
Yeah.
It's still aerosolizing the paint, isn't it?
Yeah,
Even at low pressure.
atomizing.
I mean, you don't really go over 20 psi that much anyway.
No, you don't.
It's usually 15 to 20 psi.
My washing machine's having a hissy fit.
Oh, that's not good.
It's just constantly beeping. It just means that the load's unbalanced.
Yeah.
Which happens quite often. I'll probably put a little bit too much in.
Yeah.
So it's like the drum's buggered.
No, I've probably overloaded it. It just depends on what the screen says for the code.
Yeah. Yeah, just read that one. It's all right.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right. It's just I was just make sure I hadn't missed anything.
Needed to wash a load of like me old bedding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And get it changed.
Jim says, yes, indeed, Julian. Venting the workspace is beneficial to your health, no matter the air pressure. Yep. Absolutely. As is wearing a mask, unless you have a big beard. In which case, it does absolutely hee-haw.
Yep. I'll back in a moment and you go and stop this.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a do as I say, not as I do kind of guy.
Yeah. Like I said, it's pretty pointless when you got a beard, isn't it? Because it's never going to seal your mouth against it anyway.
It seals just fine. If I could wear a Okabar with a full beard, and it still seals for air pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
An Okabar?
Open circuit compressed air breathing system.
Oh,
It's just tanks of air for firefighting
right.
and toxic hazards and whatever else. But they're the two cylinders that we wear on the back.
They have positive air pressure though in the mask, don't they? So it's not technically sealed. It's keeping any fumes out by forcing air out through the seals of the mask.
That's actually a fair point.
Yeah, so it's completely different.
I'm just getting images of you, Mikey, wearing one of the gas masks, respirators. But having to tuck all your beard up the way just for it to get a nice tight fit seal. But you wouldn't be able to see a bloody thing with all the hair.
It wouldn't work because it seals around your chin, around front of your chin.
And the same, you just pull it all up for the bottom, just up the way.
Darren says, especially with lacquer paints. Yeah, because too many lacquer paints sends your brain doolally. It makes you very, very poorly. Julian says, fair enough. A video on your booth spraying into a box would be great, Mikey. Video on your booth spraying into a box would be great. I know you explained it verbally, but a video would be cool. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Literally, I just take a cardboard box, fill it with kitchen roll, and then tape the end of the tube into it. So it just sort of, even though the air is going to be leaking out the box, it's going to be going through, filtered through kitchen roll first for any paint.
Is it only a lacquer paint if you don't have enough?
Sorry?
Is it only a lacquer paint if you don't have enough?
Dieter says, everyone doing okay? Quick hello.
Hello, Dieter.
Hey.
Junior says, quick hello back, Hagrid. Yeah. And Darren says, Mikey would need a space helmet. Yes. Junior says, spraying, not spaying. Grumble. So much for blaming a crappy keyboard. Samsung water. Ow. Right. So we have some music on.
No, I'll provide my own things.
Banner on again.
Tell you what about those Okabards though. When you're wearing those during, toxic hazards or fires and stuff, particularly in machinery spaces, as a stoker, you get sent down there, and you're expected to be the guy that knows all the kit. You don't really appreciate your sense of smell until you have it. Smoke or something without being able to directly see it. Like you follow your nose, which is really hard to do when your face is sealed up in a mask.
Yeah.
Which gets really annoying because, if something's wrong, you just follow the stinky stuff. Unless the stinky stuff is H2S, in which case you'll smell it and then not smell it and then be dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
H2S.
Does that sound alright, or is it too loud?
Maybe a tad loud. If you can go down a click.
There we go. That's fine.
Oh, too far. There you go.
That's funny. It sounds like Boys in Town by the Divinals.
You all know all that stuff. I don't need to know. Yeah, it's not.
Starting to get some serious Bob Ross vibes in here.
Oh, come on, computer, stop lagging. It's called Highway Nocturne by National Sweetheart. Jim says, follow your nose, it always knows. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Julian says, I'm guessing H2S is hydrogen disulfide. Yep.
Yeah, I love that band.
I remember because my dad's a welder, so he's worked all over the world doing it. But he's working in Scotland at this refinery or something. And part of the safety brief was if you smell this certain scent, I think there's almonds or something. Don't worry, because it's already too late. If by the time you can smell that smell, that means your brain's already dying from the fumes.
Yeah.
And you've basically got a few minutes left. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, we always get told it's the rotten eggs.
Yeah.
The rotten eggs smell. Yeah, no good. Also, to what Julian said about hydrogen disulfide, very close. But as a chemistry major, H the 2 is on the hydrogen, but because it's the first element, you don't say like dihydrogen sulfide.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just hydrogen sulfide. It's 2 hydrogens and 1 sulfur.
Yeah. And same as H2O, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hydrogen oxide.
So what I'm hearing is you don't say die, but you do anyway.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's like you acknowledge it's there, like by the 2, but by the naming convention you don't. It's
Right.
sort of like when people say like, oh, you know, are you scared of like Mikey said, like dihydrogen oxide or whatever. And you know, it's like, oh, well, that's just H2O and all that. And it's like, well, yes, except you're making a dog's breakfast of the naming convention. So
Yeah.
it's
All right.
I don't know. It depends how pedantic you want to be, but generally, there's no sort of point in black dogging anyone about that stuff. You know,
No.
just cause fights and hurt feelings. It's better to just let things slide.
Sure.
Well, the thing is, unless you're actually doing chemistry, then it's not really relevant to anything anyway. Is it?
Yeah, but you are, aren't you, Tim? And
I am.
Yeah, Tim is.
So yeah, Erin needs a. She's not that strong with chemistry, but she needs to get through it. But she'll be fine.
But it's
my
not like,
daughter,
you know,
by the way, is doing a university course in marine biology, which is why she's going up to Townsville, because they have, it's the middle of the Great Barrier Reef. They've got some of the best marine studies up there in the world.
Yeah, James Cook. Very
James
good
Cook.
uni for marine sciences.
Yeah.
yeah. Timmy needs to know about covalent bonds, but it's completely irrelevant to what we're doing on here, because we're just scale modelling. So it doesn't matter if nobody else understands what he's on about.
That's right. Just scale modelling. We're not just scale modelling. We're doing scale modelling with gusto
Oh yes, of course.
and reckless abandon.
Julian, not the World War II RAF navigation tool, which was the H2S, not to be confused with the planned UK high-speed railway network HS2. No longer exists because it was shut down.
Yeah.
They realised that it was just a big money hole, and they've stopped.
Well, they've been talking about high-speed rail in Australia for 56 years now, and they're no closer to it.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law ran in for local government in Canberra in a single-issue party for getting a bullet train for Canberra.
Did he?
Years ago, yep.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
Australia had a very interesting, but unfortunate train disaster, didn't they? I think it's somewhere like Sydney, isn't it? But the bridge collapsed on top of the
Granville?
train. didn't it?
Yeah, Granville. Yeah, that's almost in the middle of the CBD of Sydney. Not CBD, sorry, metropolitan area of Sydney. It's not
Yeah.
far from where Ron's, well, and Tim's grandparents live.
Yeah.
A bridge. Yeah, a train went a little bit too fast, hit a pylon. The road bridge over it collapsed onto the train and squashed a lot of people, and they were late for work.
Yeah.
Some of them
Permanently.
indefinitely.
When was this?
In
Oh,
the
it's before you
60s
were
or
born. It's
something.
okay. Yeah, it was 72, maybe something like that.
Oh, yeah.
77.
If you go on
They call
plainly
it the Day of the Roses.
YouTube, if you go on plainly difficult, it's a YouTube channel. He did a video about it, talking about
Fair
it,
enough.
looking into.
Yeah, well, Sydney doesn't seem to have the best luck with trains and stuff. Like, they just put a tram back in the city for the first time in yonks and yonks and yonks, and it was only open for like 2 months before someone went under it.
Well, people go under trams in Melbourne and have been for the last 130, 50 years or so.
Oh, well, yeah, it's
But
the
yeah.
state pastime in Victoria.
Well,
But-
that's with hook turns and everything else to keep the population down. Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
they're fine.
Jim says, funny, I always smell almonds when I'm eating almonds.
Yeah. You're an insightful man, Jim.
Darren says, I'll catch up with everyone later. Unfortunately, I have to get back to work. All right, buddy. Have
Thanks for
fun.
dropping in.
Take it easy, man.
Julian says, yeah, I did wonder about the 2 Tim. That's H2S. Should be something like the hydrogen sulfide. Yeah.
Hydrogen sulfide, yeah. Yeah.
Julian says, take care, Darren. Julian says, yep. HS2 is a stupid concept all along. Saving 20 minutes London to Birmingham, for example, was never a wise use of several billion pounds. Yeah. Well, the thing is, as well, right? They made the whole of the UK pay for it, even though no one in Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland would benefit from it.
Well, that's fine. That's the same sort of reasoning that started the English Civil War. You'll be fine. You'll get through it.
Parliament and royalists.
Yeah, but it initially one of the causes was, why should we, a landlocked sort of like town like Lincoln or whatever, have to pay for new ships for you to go to war and stuff? If that should be the coastal towns, and that was one of the main reasons. Add to that then the Scottish version of the Bible. There's lots of reasons, but yeah, the ship tax is one of the kickers.
Yeah. No, I thought you were on about trains. I was like, I'm pretty sure trains weren't around then.
I'm never on about trains. You're on about trains.
That's because I like trains. They're cool.
I like trains.
I like trains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Fast and slow. I like trains.
that is a reference to something else. That we're not just both horrible people.
No.
No, just John.
Hmm.
Jimmy
I
says
remember
later.
it from the ASDF movies.
Yeah.
Sorry, the what movies?
ASDF.
Is that an acronym for something?
Elaborate.
No, it's
No.
like a little clip art sort of thing that was popular with the kids on the interwebs.
Oh,
But,
the kids.
There was one of them that it's just like, I like trains,
And a train comes and hits him.
as he so rightly deserved.
Yeah. This really is a rip-off of Boys in Town by the Divinals, this music. Well, there's only so many notes available, so, songs are repeats of songs and stuff like that, but it's slowed down to about half speed, but it's Chrissy Amphlett.
Well, I think in Western music there's 12 notes and that's it.
Yeah.
12? Yeah. What the hell is that? something installing and uninstalling.
No, that's me. That's my thinking noise. You know, when you get the beach ball on a Mac, yeah, that happens. You hear that noise when I'm thinking. Oh, you know, I'm thinking about
No.
things like trains.
It'll be Sonic.
Maybe me.
Messing around with stuff. I don't
Ah,
know why.
Sonic plugging in webcams and stuff.
I don't know why, because he's picking
Julian
his
says,
PC.
indeed, Mikey. June says, indeed, Mikey, reference not benefiting along with drowning a Welsh village to make a reservoir to supply Manchester with water. Last time I looked, Manchester wasn't in Wales. Yeah, the main one was for Liverpool, wasn't it? That caused a bit of a stink.
Well, you know, that's what a Commonwealth is all about. Everyone pays taxes and everyone benefits. So stop being so closed-minded,
thing is,
Mikey. Yes.
The thing is, they did that because they decided that Liverpool was going to need a lot more water in the coming years. And then 5 years later, they realised that they didn't actually need to do it in the first place.
What?
Are you
Save
saying
Liverpool?
that governments are inefficient and don't spend people's money well?
It's horrible.
Love it. First day on this stream that I'm not overly political. I'll change.
No, I'm really behaving, you know.
Yeah.
You always behave on it, to be fair to you.
The other shoe will drop eventually. It'll be like, oh, maybe we don't do war crimes on YouTube or something. I don't know. Start dropping hot takes like Anakin did nothing wrong, and
Oh,
you know.
did you see that? I don't know if you saw it. There's a piss take on a Lego set called The High Ground.
Oh, is that the one how there's like a play function, how you turn it and he flips and gets cut in half?
No, I have seen that. That's very, very cool. I'll just scroll
Okay.
back in my comments, see if I can find it. Probably not. But do 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 do. Chris Yamplett's rolling in a grave.
Ooh, there you go. I was right about something. Yay! Look at me.
What, you?
Yes. Indeed.
Do share.
Julie says, I'm correct. It was Liverpool and not Manchester.
Ah.
There you go. Yep. It actually ended up being one of the catalysts for Welsh terrorism.
Expand on
Which
that?
is a bit funny. Well, because of stuff like that, and they were planning to, I think it was a fourth one, flood in a fourth Welsh village to provide English cities and stuff with water.
Ah.
And there was some other stuff as well, where basically it was taking advantage of the Welsh to benefit England. And people just had enough of it, so they ended up like sneaking into the construction sites in the middle of the night and planting explosive devices on the diggers and things.
Can you see that, Timbo?
And then they ended up going making one of the, I think it was the tax offices or something, HMRC offices, making it go kaboom.
That's a little burning Anakin on the ground there. It's a fantastic.
Yeah, it's a bit grim, isn't it?
Yes, I laughed until I stopped. It was great.
Kevin is in. Says, Dan, I'm late getting up again today. Good day, all. Hello, Kevin. Don't worry about being late, mate.
Hoi hoi.
Oh, so change your discussion point very quickly. Remember the big storm I had here last Wednesday, Mikey? This is a picture.
The one you've told us about on every stream.
Yeah, so this is like an hour of photos stitched together of
Wow.
Newcastle. Isn't that amazing?
That looks
fantastic.
Wow.
It was a big storm. Yeah, but that's
God, that wasn't it.
That storm.
It was amazing. It was like,
Holy
like from what I understand, you know how because I was listening to a podcast the other day. Apparently, if you rub on carpet and you feel your hair standing on end and stuff like that. Apparently, in thunderstorms, cats do that. So they're talking about grounding cats. I'm just thinking, well, why? Just leave them outside. That'd be fine. But hell of a storm, that. Nature is just an amazing thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I was watching it for hours before it hit us, and then I just went, oh, gee, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I really did. It's just incredible. Nature
We
is
say that about,
amazing.
about the static and stuff. The static and cats and things.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, Timmy, but when there's going to be a lightning storm for a few hours before, I can feel the static in my beard. It's weird. It makes your face feel a little tingly.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I've had that.
Yeah.
Like I know when there's like a change in the weather coming, like when it's going to rain in the next like hour or two, because my right knee starts hurting. Like, all
There's a
buggery.
storm coming, Annie.
Better get home.
So, with a beard as impressive as yours, Mikey, how do you fold your towels?
How do I fold my towels? I
Yeah.
put them on the bed and
How to do it?
lift one end up and put it onto the other end.
Okay, so you don't just put it under your chin because you don't have a chin, yeah?
Exactly.
Right.
And Sonic has just shrunk even smaller.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we've got him split. Junior says, reference inappropriate crap. Several people thought it was a good idea. I saw a PC game on sale in Blockbusters called Hooligan Manager. Instead of a soccer team, the concept was to organise riot. Yeah, why not?
Oh.
Basically, like getting a social studies degree these days, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Organising riots.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin
not
says,
wrong.
shocking pictures. Yeah. June says, so that idiot idea got past planning, software development, marketing, sales, and Blockbusters. So it's a smart idea. So why not? Yeah. There used to be a computer game called Drug Dealer, and the whole point of the game was you were to buy and sell drugs and stuff at the right times in the game and stuff like that. To try and build your empire. And you had to decide how much of each one to buy and what to sell it for and things. People make games of all sorts of really random stuff.
Clearly.
I still maintain if you want to have a position in government with any sort of oversight of a financial portfolio, you need to have put in at least 2,000 hours into Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Like as a minimum. Like, I don't care you're part of the Young Liberals or something. I want to know your video game stats. You know.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I think you're onto something. Like, yeah, there should be some sort of prerequisite training for politicos. I think, you know. Yeah,
Which is
like,
just some sort of like, you know, basic resource management, even if it's only 3 resources, where if you stuff it up, the enemy comes with all their clubmen and beat you to death. You know, like something like that. Instead of I ran out of money going to me, the taxpayer, and going, money please, and then you get rewarded with a bigger budget for the next year.
Tim for Prime Minister, I reckon.
Yeah, thank you. It's the common sense party.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
before I close up the two fuselage halves, this is a cockpit of this is as I said earlier, the kinetic
Let's make it
48
big.
scale. Yes, so you won't see much of this after this, but it's all there, and it's a wrong color. That blue green is almost like a MiG color. It's incorrect, but the seat itself I think is beautiful because it's almost very similar to well, it is a Martin Baker Mark 10, but yeah. So once it goes in, you'll still see stuff, and there's other things go around the glare shield and all that sort of stuff because it's an ergonomic slum, these earlier Harriers. But I tell you, I've said time and time again, like, you cannot complain about the fit of this kit. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know why. So even the wing. So this is one of the big problems that people have had about fitting the wing onto this. There's a bit that protrudes forward there. That shouldn't be there. I don't know why it's there. But if I shave that off, which I will, that side fits that well, and this side fits that well. What are people complaining about? It's a beautiful kit. So yeah, there we are. So that's it. So what we have is the cockpit and the intakes together. So green on one side, dark sea grey on the other. These are the variable exhaust nozzles, for the Harrier. From what I understand, these don't work that well, but they'll not be glued. They'll just sit in there left and right, and the nozzles, once they glue on, they can swivel. But I really don't think that'll work. And yeah, and as you saw earlier, the wheel well is there, the air brake is there, and the nose wheel well is there. It's just that's it. So two halves go together. So there you go. I thought I'd show you that because we do pretend to do modelling here occasionally.
Yeah, now and again, from time to time.
Now and again.
It's
Yeah,
looking
from
good.
time to time. Yeah. It's I should have picked this up. I don't know why I was umming and ahhing about building which kit because I am like I should have done a Harrier anyway because it's a beautiful plane. But
Yeah.
let's do a bit of this.
Because you used to be
Oh.
indecisive, but now you don't know.
No, really, I suffer from every kit I own, I want to build. I'm not like one of the people that just would sort of have it sitting there. I want to build it probably straight away. So I agonise every time. It's like, what will I build next? And it's usually about 5 kits, and I can never decide. But I've decided to, like this time around, instead of having 2 or 3 on the go, I really want to do. Well, we're doing the Fokker D 7 continues, but I don't want to do too many at once. Oh, and the lifeboat, of course. But I'll continue with this until this is done before I whip out another kit, I think.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned I love the hobby? I love the hobby. Sorry, Tim.
Full enough. Me too.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Why don't you marry it?
Because bigamy is a crime in the
You
UK.
want to have babies?
We should get Lachlan on
That
here.
depends.
to
If you're from Cornwall or someplace like that, you might be a bit more lenient.
Oh,
I
Tim,
reckon
you know how we had the after party the other day, last week, and you mentioned
Oh.
you want to go to Telford?
Yes.
I mentioned that to the better looking Marley, and he said, well, yeah, so what year is that, 2027? And I said, well, a date wasn't mentioned. And he said, yeah, I think it's 2027. Can you wait that long?
I got nothing but time.
Okay. But
Well,
time. Sounds like fun.
Knock on wood. Yeah, I know. It's a. I've just completely
Well,
lost my
check
train
it
of
out
thought. But
What'd you call me?
Not really used to dry brushing. First time I've ever actually tried it properly. But hey, it's going fairly well. June
what are
says,
you
shocking
trying?
pictures. You mean 2 of Sonic on screen at once, Kevin?
I see your point.
The seat.
Yep.
I'll show you in a sec.
Do what?
June says, shocking pictures. Yep, that Scott says, hello all. Scott says, hello all, and I have that in Age of Empires, so I pass. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, very well. Yeah.
Who says evening, Scott? Sonic says, I feel like a spare part, so I might as well get my duck out and have a look at it. Yep, go for it, dude. Crazy Loach is in. He says, put a ring on it.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
Hi, buddy. June says, hey, Locha, not driving you with your elbows while typing, I hope. No, that'd be very dangerous. Locha says, just waking up, actually, Julian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There we go. So, if I could steal the limelight for a second.
It's all about you.
Right. Where's my remote gone? There it is.
Oh,
There you
seat.
I'm just putting some driver shot, just making it a bit worn.
Yeah.
Mm.
Are you going to try some cushions? Or
I'd have to make some.
well, you could just so
I might.
so the seat cushion and the seat back are like an olive drab sort of thing. You can have grey seat bottoms. Say in museums, they change the fabric out for what they call Herculite, so it wears less. So if they get people climbing in and out, it doesn't wear so quickly. But if you wanted to paint that olive drab, that would be more correct for a Martin Baker Mark 10. If you want, do what you want. It's your channel.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. But I'd have to make cushion because I can't just paint the seat olive drab because that would just look weird.
Okay.
Because and I'd have to put a harness on it and things. But I think the reason why they haven't put them in this is because they have the pilot sat on it.
Ah, of course.
But pilot's missing from the kit, isn't it? So
Is
I've
he?
got to wait to see if Airfix have a pilot that they can send me. And if not, then I'll have to do cushions or something. But yeah, I think that's enough scuffing on that. Ooh, we've got more comments.
Lovely.
A couple more. Crazy Locha says, morning everyone, with an emoji dragon and a wave. Good morning, Locha. Ian says, good morning, Crazy Locha. There we go. Are we all feeling chilled?
Oh, sorry, Mikey. I was just going to say, what kind of brush are you using for your dry brushing?
That one.
Oh yeah, nice.
Really densely packed one.
Yeah.
UTF or something.
Yeah, if you're ever on the lookout for a really good budget option for dry brushing, makeup brushes are fantastic for it. For like fabrics and stuff, if you do another bust or anything.
Yeah.
See, tips all over it. Yep.
There we go. Funnily enough, I don't have makeup brushes.
I have that one, and I have a double-ended one as well.
Well, I do have a wife.
Beg your
They
pardon?
were actually out of because I don't wear makeup very often, or much makeup at all. If I do wear it, I got a brush set for Christmas years ago, and it's just out of that. Figure if I'm not going to use it, I might as well.
Yeah, Like cheap makeup brushes are just as good as any kind of high price point dry brush that I've come across. Like they just work really, really well.
Right.
Dieter says 15 screens and nothing on it. What did I do? Answer: make everyone have the same PC screen.
57 channels and nothing on is a Springsteen song.
That's what you could do, Dieter. Go around your office and put every single computer onto the chat, onto the live stream. Lotus says it's about 10 minutes before alarm goes off. Do I have to wait to make a fresh pot of coffee or stick with cold coffee until then? You can get up and make a fresh one. Sonic says Tiff has double-ended one. Oh, matron. Oh god, here we go again.
For cheap makeup brushes, Mike, you just go to the palm shop.
Yeah. Do you know what? I might actually cut. I'm not sure. I might cut a piece of plastic for hood.
For the HUD, yeah, do it. It'll be visible on that scale, yeah. It won't take long. It's just simply square. You'll be fine.
I need to dry brush something else as well. Ooh, we've got 9 minutes left. Well, 8 minutes.
I know, it's gone quick.
Yeah, my life went really quickly yesterday.
I don't feel like we've done enough. But we have, obviously.
Yeah.
So I think it's just been a very quiet one today, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's nice though.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice and chilled.
Down.
Even the cat singing. Oh.
No, that's Stuart.
That was
Willow is on her catchy fast asleep.
Ah, very good.
Because I've got the heating on, she likes to be away from it. Just so
Who's this little bugger? This little sod is sleeping on the couch. Just there. From there.
we can just about see him.
I need to talk to Dave Goldfinch of the Australian podcast On the Bench. He's building this kit right now as well, but he was saying it's a bit of a struggle. I want to ask what I need to look out for. I'll give him a call tomorrow.
Yeah. At what point is this supposed to be become a struggle?
Well, I haven't done much yet, but he was saying, well, he had a photo on his page that he had to make some fillets for where these intakes go onto the fuselage, but there is no gap that I can see. But then again, I haven't got all the pieces in there yet. So, whatever it is, I'll adapt and overcome. I'll be fine. If I can build a Bristol Bulldog twice, then
Yeah. You built that twice.
should be fine with this.
Julian says StreamYard is really bad in terms in HTML. Ampersand, whatever, semicolon is HTML for a symbol, but StreamYard just prints the code, not the symbol. Yeah.
Ah.
But you can see it in YouTube, and I just find it funny just saying what it says on it, like emoji dragon. Because you can all see it, and I just read what it says. I like it. Lotus says, that's the important thing, y'all. Enjoyed. Exactly.
Yeah, we enjoyed. There was progress. So yay.
Yo.
Scott says the new Harrier looks interesting. Oh, the new Harrier kit looks interesting.
I think it's absolutely so. If anyone wants to build this kinetic kit, even if you go for so the kinetic kits don't have any decals for the side consoles or instrument panel. They expect you to just paint that, and you could do that. But you can't see much of that. However, if you wanted to spend a little bit of money, that doesn't cost too much. I would highly recommend. I think the seat kit, because that will be visible and. It's not overly complicated. There are bits and pieces. Let's see.
I was thinking that because I was looking for 124 seat kit.
It's that many pieces,
but they don't make one. I was like,
it just basically goes on like that. So it's not that much of a struggle, but I think it lifts the detail well enough to. So from most angles, you will see the seat, but you won't see the instrument panel.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend FE1174 for a kinetic seat.
Yeah, I wanted a like 3D printed seat or resin seat for this, because this one's it's looking okay now that I've dry brushed it and stuff, but it's never going to look right, is it? Unless I do seats on it, cushions on it and things, harnesses. And I sort of have to do them, and I don't want to really. I'd rather just stick the pilot on.
Yeah, sure. So there we are.
But that's all down to whether Airfix can find one for me, or if they even want to. They might tell me just to sod off.
They might.
I was thinking about something. Yeah. I think about something last night, right? You know the Airfix catalogs come out now?
Yes.
Yes. Right. One of the things that they said to Dale...
I reckon I'm going to need a hand with this one as well. It's really fiddly and complicated.
What?
I think you support got delays.
My duck.
It's fine, I'll sort it.
Alright. Yeah. I was saying catalog, yeah. One of the things Dale said on the interview with Gary was the reason they're not issuing any digital copies of the catalog is because it's a sale item, so they want to be able to sell them catalogs themselves, physical copies. I thought, well, yeah, that's fair enough. And then the first thing I see when it's released is all these different YouTubers doing videos showing every single page and image and word on this catalogue and spending an hour talking about everything in the catalogue. It's like, well, that means now if they get 1,000 views, that's 1,000 people that don't need to buy the catalogue.
Yeah.
Great. I bet Airfix are well happy with it.
Well, people are going to do that anyway.
Well, yeah. I was like, I just thought it was an interesting thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. Everybody wants the big scoop, like,
yeah. But then, the same channels are going, oh, Airfix, can we do this or something like that? And Airfix like, but you're costing, would probably be like, but you're costing us hundreds, if not thousands of pounds when you do that stuff. But yeah, you obviously understand why they're doing it, because for the channel to make money and stuff. Yeah. June says, I know you know what it means, Mikey. StreamYard does regular F-ups, cock it up though, e.g. for the copyright symbol, StreamYard prints and copy, not the actual symbol. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jim says, Crazy Locha, hello there, Crazy. How's the weather in your part of Florida?
Florida.
Alright.
Miami, FLA.
And Sonic says, Duck skill level 1, my butt. It is skill level 1. Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah, right. I'll leave it to
K
Tiff,
made
the expert.
K
I'm
made
no
a fuel
expert.
bow. You might be better with Rubicon models, Stu.
Was that like Lego or something?
No. Oh yeah, there you go. You can get Sonic quick click kits.
Yeah.
Look, Stuart, you know the German motorcycle with a sidecar that I got from the men's shed? That cost
Yeah.
like literally £1. That
so.
is a Rubicon kit.
And the tanks are pretty simple. And they're not too small either.
The tank was all right.
Matthew says, Sonic, the kit goes together well. A couple of fiddly bits, but don't be put off it. It looks good when done. There we go.
Yeah, I'll go through with it. Go through it with him.
Yeah.
Would you fancy
All about
bringing up
learning
the other tank? I could do that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe
Ian
can start
says,
the
have you
Harriers.
seen- Ian says, have you seen the price of the catalogue? I don't remember paying much back when I first got in. Back when I first got into modelling. Yeah, I agree. I mean, $8.99 is a lot for the catalogue. Yeah. I just found it funny that the YouTubers, some YouTubers are really supportive of Airfix and stuff like that. But then they go and, which rightly so, but then they go and see Gary's live stream where they say we don't want digital copies of the catalogue going out because we want to be able to make sale. And straight away they're like, ooh, the catalogue's out. Let's film every single page and talk about every little word that's in it and every picture. That way people can see what's in there and don't need to buy it. Ian says, yeah. Locha says, hi, I'm Mr. Jim. Cold enough to chill my coffee in under 20 minutes. Julian says, Sonic, just like Lidl selling the Airfix Tiger Moth as a skill level 1 when you need a razor saw for it. Yeah. You don't have to. It's just nice if you want to do the door open. Sonic says the tank was okay. Yeah. So, it's 2 hours and 4 minutes, pretty much.
Huzzah.
So, let's go around the benches. We'll start with Modders. Modders, what have you achieved today?
Well, I got majority of the engine done. All the chrome is on it.
Nice.
I think
How have you
really.
painted that chrome, have you?
No, it actually comes with the chromed part.
Okay, I got you.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's all that done. I'm just doing the timing belts and stuff now.
Yeah.
Which are currently being and I guess that's like the flywheel and stuff like that. Yeah, just currently painting the timing belts. So that's what I've done today.
You know,
Looking good.
I'm actually looking forward to doing my motorbike.
So that's a Hemi engine,
very good.
is it? Do you know?
I have absolutely no idea. That is the kit.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Yeah, it would be a Hemi engine. A very wide
I was
rock
charging
cover.
Locha says, to be fair, part of Moz's start
Oh,
as a
right.
channel was his showing all their catalogs. It's kind of his original hook.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's fine. Like I said, it's not criticism. I just thought it's funny because I can
Just
just
an
picture Dale's face.
observation.
You know, he's just told everyone that. Yeah, it's an observation. Because I can just picture Dale, you know, having just said all that on Gary's stream, and go, "Oh God, we're not going to make it sales." Tim says, "It looks very nice, Tiff. My compliments."
Thank you very much.
There you go. And Locha says, "Great, Tiff."
Thank you very
There
much.
you go. We'll go to Timmy next. What have you achieved, Timmy?
All right, so I've just been doing a bit more assembly on the Mustang. So, yeah, not a lot done today. Just glued the drop tanks together, the prop. But that's still when it wants to. So that's still separate. So I'll paint that, and then just kind of dry fitting the canopy and stuff. So still need to go out and get some PVA glue, and I need to restock on some gloss black before doing the aluminium and stuff. So yeah, got a couple things I need to pick up before I get onto painting in earnest, but the inside is all pretty well done. So yeah,
Nicely detailed on the panels.
so just the exterior really. So yeah, prime it, gloss black, and then the aluminium over the top, and then all the decals and blue stuff. So yeah, I've got a plan of attack. We'll get there, but it's all fairly well together.
Nice one, Tim. Sonic, what about you? You achieved anything today other than rolling a cigarette and stuffing your face full of sandwiches?
I felt a wee bit like a spare part, and I didn't know the one, no modelling and stuff, so I thought I'd take this out of the box and have a look at it, but it looks really complicated. There's really fiddly bits, so I'll wait till Tiff comes up and helps me with that. If you're alright, Tiff, if you bring the other tank up, I can have a bash of gluing that one together, because the other one was alright.
Yeah.
I really want to get the Harrier done though, and like the cars we've got.
I'd practice first.
Talking the trains. We're talking the trains there. That reminds me of the Deltics. We need to do the Deltics at some point.
Yeah, and you've got the big boy locomotive.
Yeah.
Oh, big boy. That's got to be fun.
We'll go over to John, but before John tells us what he's been up to, let's catch up with the chat. Actually, no, it's Locha first, wasn't it? There you go. Locha, Hemis have a distinct style of rocker cover.
They do. I picked it.
Julian, or if you don't have whatever company's catalogue, go on their website. It's free and you can go straight to the models that interest you, not pay for a catalogue, most of which is irrelevant to you. Yeah, that's why Airfix have said they weren't going to put a digital copy out, because they didn't want to put it on the website and they wanted to do it as a sale item. So they didn't want people seeing what was in it, if possible, unless they bought it. Ian, yeah, Crazy Locha, I really like looking through old catalogs. Yeah, there's no reason why people shouldn't do it. You know, like I say, if it generates content and stuff like that, then why not? I just thought it was funny or an interesting thing. Julian looks fab, Tiff.
Thank you.
Jim, I've seen so many different videos of the 2025 Airfix lineup that I know it back and forth in Yiddish. Yeah. That's why I don't really bother doing stuff like that. 'Cause everyone does it. I can't be bothered. I don't know what it's. I'm not the sort of anorak type scale modeler. I'm not into every latest release or every detail or every little change of every Spitfire that's been brought out, things like that. I just enjoy building things because I like them. I don't care. If I like the look of it, I will try and build it.
Yeah. You do you.
Exactly. So, Julian Locha says, laugh out loud, Jim. Locha says, looking nice, Tim.
Thanks,
What
Jules.
about his plane? What about his plane? Ian says, I need to watch this stream back. I've missed so much visually, being obsessed with this Lego pirate ship. Don't think you've missed much, mate. Sonic says, I'm good with Lego. There we go. So, John, go on. What have you achieved, buddy?
So as you see, the two fuselage halves are together, and as I showed you earlier, the cockpit is pretty much done. I will do a dry brush over the top of the seat and a couple of the drogue chute and sort of fix up that a little bit. But yeah, it's gone together very well. Now here's a fun fact. So these bits, you've probably seen the smaller kits of Harriers with all those doors open like that. So what happens on the actual plane is you have these, fit these in.
Vents.
All these doors are literally just spring loaded. But what happens with gravity, they just fall down, like, they just flop inwards. So the bottom ones, gravity is just closing them. So they're that sort of blue, so they just flop around. So what's happening is if the plane is flying along like a normal aircraft, not in hover and all that sort of stuff, you've got positive pressure there, and that's blowing these doors closed for airstream and all that sort of stuff like that. But as it slows down and the wing isn't providing lift anymore, what happens is the airflow. Oh, also, if you've got a Venturi effect going on, so the airflow over that would actually blow these doors, it would suck them outwards.
Yeah.
But if it's sitting on the ground, they're going to sit like this, so open on top, closed on the bottom. But if you're in a hover, what will happen is the engine is going to suck in more air than the airflow is providing. So it will suck these doors open and draw more air in so you've got like a double barrel. So you've got the air flowing in from the front, plus you got that other sort of duct there, so it goes in from the outside. So it's quite a complicated little nozzle thing. And it's pretty cool. So again, I'm going to make the point that I'm just holding that piece up there. There is no seam there. So whatever people are complaining about kinetic, I haven't found it yet. And that's with all the pieces in place. So yeah, so I'm loving it so far. It's a beautiful kit. Get on to it. Build more kinetic. Sorry, Peter. Back to the studio.
Could it be like the sort of Airfix thing where people bash it just because it's Airfix?
Maybe. I think my view is there's a lot of people say, Tamiya.
Or they have
World's
one
best.
bad kit and they bash everything.
Yeah. Tamiya have a reputation as the world's best company for certainly armor, but their aircraft are outstanding as well. But my view is if you only build Tamiya, you're missing out on so much subject matter. So just enjoy it, get amongst it, build whatever subject matter you like, regardless who makes the kit. And if it's not as good as you'd like, you'll fix it. You'll make it better. Just do what you want. Just don't stop complaining and just enjoy. Smile.
Yeah,
that's the church of Jobby. How's that?
Jobby.
Ian says, well, I say Lego, but I ain't paying their prices. It's more pink. Julian says, fair enough, Mikey. I'm just saying I personally don't see the point in spending the cost of most of a kit to buy a catalogue when I can see the same products on the website for free. Yeah, exactly. I agree. And if they had it on the website for free, then I would just look at it. But as it is, I don't need to because I can just go on YouTube channels and see what's in it that way. And I can see that there's nothing particularly interests me this year other than the Stalwart and maybe the Bedford and the Spitfire Mark 1. Slowly coming around to Airfix. Jim says, John, do you have Peter Oxley on your mind? You
Only, not at the moment, just because I'm not in the shower. But I just think it's very unfair that people can complain about certain brands and all that sort of stuff just to get clickbait. Like, it's just not fair on the companies. And the last thing we need is these companies to go out of business because the number of views on YouTube, it's just not right. So I'm going to be vocal.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
agree
be
with that.
vocal about fairness.
Yes. I agree. So, what have I been up to? Just very quickly. So, no Venturi effects here. Just a seat that's been dry brushed. There you go. And I've done the control column. There you go.
I can't get over how big that is.
That's what
That's what she said.
Have you seen the engine side?
Whey, there we go.
There we go.
There you go. That's the engine tip.
Oh, it's
Zoom out a bit.
huge. Oh, that's what true.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's mental.
Pegasus.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the fuselage in inches is 21 inches long. So it's nearly 2 foot long.
Crikey. Awesome.
Sorry, I just
Yeah. I'll stick to 148. Thanks. That's that's too much plastic for me, I think.
Well, the only reason I've got it is because when I was at Telford, I wanted a Harrier. And I couldn't find a 148 Harrier at a decent price. And my wife mentioned to John Mayfield because he said, "Oh, where's Mike gone?" So he's gone to look for a Harrier. I said, "Oh, we've got one. Somebody's just donated one of them." So he went and spoke to Malcolm, and Malcolm said, "Yeah, as long as you get him to do some work like checking the kit over to make sure the parts are there and stuff, then he can have it because he's a beneficiary." So when I came back, John said, "Did you manage to find a Harrier?" I went, "No." So he put this massive box on my lap. He said, "Right, I need you to do some work and check this kit over and make sure everything's in there." So I opened it, started going, go through all the pieces, checking the instrument. He went, "No, everything's in there, isn't it?" And I went, "Well, I haven't checked it." He went, No, you have. Everything's in there. I was like, "Okay." Yeah, there you go, it's yours. I was like, "Oh, thank you very much."
See, all that's gone through my head is that bit in The Simpsons when Homer goes to hell and the devil's like, "So you like donuts, eh? Well, you can have all the donuts in hell." It's like that. It's like, so you want a Harrier, do you? Here's one you'll be building for the next 2.5 years. It's
Hopefully, I'll have
very
it done
cool.
by April, by the end of the group build.
That's awesome.
So, fun fact about engine names. So, all the Bristol jet engines were named after Greek gods, like Centaurus. Sorry, what's this one called?
Yeah.
The Harrier is a metalback.
Pegasus.
Pegasus. And the Jupiter and all that sort of stuff. The Rolls-Royce early jet engines were named after the rivers of Great Britain. Constant flow. So, the Nene, the Derwent, the Tay, the Avon. Yeah. Isn't that a fun fact?
We've actually got quite a few comments to catch up with before we finish.
Let's do that. I'll shut up. Bring it up. Bring it up, Tiff. Bring it up.
June says, "Laugh out loud, Jim." Sonic says, "Church of Jobby in Scotland sounds a bit poop, to be honest."
Yep.
Ian says, "Jobby Wicker Sonic."
Jobby Wicker.
Yeah. Jim says, "Peter is being Peter, like or leave him." Yeah. Old black hands.
He loves modelling, but stop doing the clickbait. Just do the modelling, and you'll probably get more views if you stop the scorn, negativity.
Quick disclaimer: if Mr. Oxley ever watches my puny little channel, that That is not the opinion of the channel. I've not claimed any opinion on your channel. That is John being a git.
No, it's not. I've actually
If
given
any problems-
Peter stuff for free that he's had on his channel before.
Yeah.
I wish him all the best. I really do.
Yeah.
Like all modelling content on the interwebs.
Any problems, please visit the complaints department at
At
33 Wallaby Way,
timevans.com.au.
Yes. Scale Modelling Twins at 33 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo, John.
Yeah.
Matthew says, Airfix have free mystery kit when you buy 2025 catalogue at the minute. Yeah.
Do
I'm
they?
actually thinking of getting that
Mhm.
just to see what it is.
Yeah.
Sonic says, Jobby Weecher, Billy Connolly classic. You think I'd be able to say that with it being my surname?
Weaker.
Yeah. Yeah, my surname is Weaker. Matthew says, £. Ooh. Oh, Mr. £, off the 899.
Ah.
Julian
I thought
says,
it was
less
just
well
Sonic.
selling.
Sorry.
Sorry. Julian says, the less well selling sequel to Javi Walker Ian.
Jabberwocky.
Tammy says, good morning, everyone. Good
It's
morning.
a Star Wars character.
Luckily, we're running 20 minutes over, so you managed to make it. Jim says, good morning, Tammy. Do apologise, Jim.
Timmy.
Sonic says, hey, Tammy. Tammy says, hey, Jim. Hi, DJ. Ian says, hi, Tammy. Tammy says, hi, Ian. Jim says, this exhausted James Coco is less than an hour. Julian says, the complaints department postcode is FU2UTF.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sonic says, FQ2GFY. There we go. An afternoon, Tammy. Right.
This has
I
been
won't be
fun.
back.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's happening tomorrow because I've got to take Kay for an appointment, so I won't be here tomorrow. So I'm not sure if Steph will stream through my channel like he did last week with his. But if not, then obviously Steph and Tiff will be streaming through their channels, Dark Side Scale Modelling and the Budget Modeler. Not necessarily in that order.
Cool.
So feel free to check out any of them. But I will be back Wednesday. We've got the members only live at 12 o'clock for anyone who has the core full membership, which is the highest tier one. Then we're back on Thursday with a Fokker D7 at 11 and a Friday show. Tonight at 8 o'clock as well. No,
Tomorrow.
Today's Monday. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We've also got Gary Evans' live stream.
Of
I'll
course.
be modding on there if I know what day it is. Because apparently my brain is melting.
Is it? Yeah.
Tammy says, hi, Julian. I think it's because I need some sugar. Oh, I need something to eat. Tammy says, we're heading to the big train show in Amherst, Massachusetts tomorrow. Videos will be made. Nice. Do check them out. I haven't been to a train show for ages. Sonic says, sounded like another squeaky chair then. Yeah, my sugars are actually starting to crash now. I feel like I'm starting to shake. I feel it. Right, so on that note, I'm going to go. So we shall see you all tomorrow. Well, I won't see you tomorrow, but these lot will. I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
Hooroo.
Bye.
Hello.